Okay folks, I decided to make this video of the installation of my emergency brake cable on a 68 Chevelle after installing a full set of Wilwood disc brakes, front and back, shocks, springs. Now it's time to install the emergency brake cable. Now, I bought the emergency brake cable from Right Stuff Detailing. It's basically a universal brake cable system. It gets latched onto the in the back like any other emergency brake cable on both sides. As you can see, it's kind of dark in here, so I'm using a light. Not much light under the car, so what I did was I put the cables on in the back. They say you should remove the cable from the sleeve. I installed the cable first. I ran it to where it's supposed to go. All along here on the floorboard, you can see where it splits here. It goes to the passenger side. I installed the two supplied fasteners that come with it. It comes with a few of them, but I only use two here. You see where it goes back here. So once I had that, the route that I wanted them to go through, the problem I had was with the installation of the, I don't know what it's called, but this thingamajigger here. So what I did was I screwed it to the floorboard. I pulled the cables through towards the end. I pulled them out through the back so I don't have to take them all the way out. I pulled enough. I put them all the way down to the bottom of the floor. This way when I cut the sleeve to where I'm supposed to cut it, I don't cut the cable. So now what I did was I placed the sleeve just about here. That's where I measured it. And I cut it. Once that process is done, you can pull the cables through, bring them back out, just push them from behind forward. Now they come with a little piece of tape on the end. That tape went through the sleeve here, and when it comes out, it's a little hard to come out through here. Just keep pushing it, just grab a little pair of needle nose pliers. You should be able to bring it out. Then what I did was I retaped it so they don't fray. Now once I did that, the problem I had was that the supplied parts, which is this part here, and the bracket that supposedly go to the it goes to the emergency brake lever inside the car, which these cables do not reach in there. It's impossible. So what I did was I separated that. I did not use the clip. I don't know if I can find it here somewhere so I can show you what I'm talking about. Got a bunch of goodies here, that leftover stuff, but you'll know what I'm talking about. It says hook it up to the emergency brake lever, which we did not do. Now, what I did was I grabbed the original emergency brake cable. Obviously, it's ran through where it's supposed to go here, come out here, and if you can see here, that's the emergency brake cable. That's the original screw and nut. It will not go through this, even though this has threads in it. The original one is different thread. So what I did was I put this on a vise and I reamed it out so this screw goes through all the way. Once it goes through all the way, I can just use it like the factory decided to use it. Put the two nuts on it, ran the two wires through, got the Allen wrench nuts and tighten them up. I put a fastener here also so it doesn't move around. You can see there. And basically I had someone upstairs in the car pushing the emergency brake down until we got it all adjusted. Once it was all adjusted, we tightened everything down. And that would be it. I decided to make the video because I looked all over the place for a video for Chevelle, even on Wilwood's website, and they had none on a 68 to 72 A-body Chevelle. So I decided to do my own video. Once I had the emergency brake where I wanted it, I adjusted all the nuts in the back. And tested it out a few times, and it works great. So now we have emergency brakes. Very simple. I think it's pretty clever the way we reamed that out and used the original cable for the emergency brake, and it kind of the length is perfect where you could just brace it right to the floorboard brace, and that would be it. All new stainless steel brake lines, all the way up. Right Stuff booster and master cylinder. Now all I have to do is bench bleed the master cylinder, bleed the system, and I'll be done with my brakes. Next up is upgraded the suspension. I got the 2-inch lowered springs for the front with the adjustable coilovers that I'm going to install. I already have my sway bar on it, but now I have to remove it to do the job. But that's okay. It's a project, as everything else is. Well, folks, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's pretty simple. Don't get all confused about the parts. Just route the cables where you want them. Make them look nice and neat. I decided to put mine right there, ran across. Comes out the hole where it's supposed to come out from the factory. Ran it right under this brace right here. Secured it with two little brackets there. Ran them across here. I did the installation of the bracket. And well, we already talked about the brass fitting there that I reamed out to use the original Chevelle emergency brake cable. A little rusty, whatnot, but I'm not worried about that. Well, that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helps. And like I said, nobody has a video of this online that I could find, and here we go. One other thing I want to point out: I ordered a small bracket for the T from Right Stuff, and see where it gets bolted to the differential cover. I had to actually put it on a vise and tweak it and put it on an angle because it's too straight. If you can see right there, it's not straight anymore. I angled it so it fits properly. That's one thing you'll have to do, but that's very simple. It's pretty soft metal, and that would be it. Thanks, folks.